All right, I'm out in the pasture checking the work that William did. He came out here to move the animals from the east pasture over here to the west because we are getting all ready, taking care of all the things that need to get done to get ready to hit the road tomorrow to head to Virginia to the Homesteaders of America conference. And it takes a lot to get everything situated. So we had 8 round bales delivered for the large animals in order to sustain them. Plus it's that time of year anyway. We had a frost over everything this morning, which seems right, but it seems like time is flying. So we have the hay over there, they're automatic water, and we have them separated from like the chickens and stuff up there so that our farm sitter can take care of everything that she needs to do. She's awesome. So we've got the animals situated. Yesterday we moved the chickens to fresh grass, the ducks to fresh grass. Kittens are up in the barn. Dogs have everything they need. There's so much to do before you leave on a trip, but it's all good stuff. So today has just been busy trying to get everything situated, everything ready, everybody packed, the house cleaned. I don't know who else feels like they have to clean their house before they go anywhere. All right, we're back up at the house. It's time to get supper on the grill, grilling up some chicken. And it's so funny because it's like when you have to leave, like to go on a trip, there's so many other things to do that like sometimes I'll think to myself, oh, I do still have to make meals too. Like everybody still wants to eat, which is fine. So I'm just throwing some chicken on the grill and we're making up some different things. But tomorrow we're hitting the road nice and early. And it takes a lot to leave the homestead. You know, I've spoken with many friends and people who, you know, own animals and have farms or have homesteads. And the truth is, you don't get to leave. And that can be the case. But I think, you know, sometimes if you find the right people and you have things set up the right way, you do get the opportunity to leave. And, you know, my parents live out of state. I love spending time with them and family and, you know, visiting friends across the country. We love all that stuff. So Josh and I, when we first began this whole process of growing out the farm and the homestead and all of that, we kind of came to an agreement that, you know, we wanted to do it, yes, but we wanted to make sure that we could also leave from time to time if we needed to or wanted to, because there's awesome opportunities to go to things like the Homesteaders of America conference, which is what we're doing this week, to meet some amazing people, some people that we've only ever talked to on the phone or interacted with online, you know, to be able to shake hands and hug necks and hang out and learn new things. I even signed my kids up for story time with Joel Salatin, because who doesn't want to go to story time with Joel Salatin? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, my kids are like, well, I don't really want to do that. I'm like, well, I do, so you're going. So anyway, I'm excited about all of that. Just people that have inspired us and challenged us and encouraged us along the way. I'm excited to get to know them in person. So we're really excited about that. But also, we're excited to meet any of you guys who are going to be there. And actually, by the time you see this, we will have already gone and probably are back or close to being back. But it takes a lot to get ready for it. And I know any of you guys who have animals, you understand that if you have critters or a business, because not only do we have a farm and a homestead here, we run a farm business from the shop right behind me where we put all of our products and stuff on there, not just online but also in person. So it takes a lot to leave. And we have an amazing farm sitter, Sarah. She's a blessing and just a complete treasure to have. She's really trustworthy and has really good critical thinking skills, which is just vital when it comes to animals and things like that. So we're just really blessed to have her. Also, Josh's parents live here with us. If you guys have been following along for any period of time, you know that. They live here, and so we always joke that Dad is like the eyes and ears of the homestead, because if we get a phone call and they're like, oh, the sheep are out or whatever, he's our eyes and ears here. So it takes a lot to be able to leave, but it's worth it for us, and especially when it's not in the heart of winter, it's a little bit easier. So we are excited for this trip. We're excited to spend time with Levi, our editor, also a dear friend and practically member of the family. So we're excited to spend time with him and his family. And so there's good reason to leave, right? There's good reason to put in all of the hard work. So what we do is we move the animals to a very secure secure pasture location. That's always in the game plan. We move the sheep and the horses and the steer to a location that they are least likely to have any trouble or challenge with. We're not competing with really hot weather, so we weren't worried about shade as much. It's going to be very mild, beautiful weather actually. So we have them move to a spot where they will be happy. They have their automatic water. They have 8 hay bales, big round bales that we had delivered, so they should be secure and happy. The dogs also have access to that side. On the other side, where the big animals are not, is where we place our chickens and ducks, so that we don't have issues with the big animals damaging the fencing and equipment that belong to the chickens. And that absolutely happens. So we've lost sheep before because they're not the brightest animals sometimes, and we've lost sheep because they have gotten tangled in the chicken fence. Whether it's electrified or not, they do it. Because I don't know if they're just going after the chicken scratch the grain, or they just get confused. Who knows? But it's not worth keeping them together. So we separate them. We make it very easy and accessible for our farm sitter. And it's just nice to have everything kind of streamlined. Right now we're not in super cold weather yet. This is my kind of, first of all, I'd like to pause for a moment of silence for the joy that I feel for being in autumn. Who else is it your favorite time of year? It's the best time of year. So not a pause for sadness, but a pause for joy. So beautiful weather that we are having, and so it's perfect time of year to leave actually, because we're not hitting hard frost. We can still use all of our automatic water systems and things like that with no issue. So anyway, everybody is where they belong. We've been working on that all week. We've been packing in the house. We are bringing all of our own food for tomorrow. We're heading straight through tomorrow. And don't worry, we're going to bring you along for all of this. I'm just giving you all the prep work, what goes into it. I know you guys know, if you have a family and you try to pack and go on a road trip, that there's a lot that goes into it. But again, it's worth it. My grandma used to always say, she decided it was just easier to stay home because she had 6 kids too. And I agree with you, Grandma. I do agree. But it's sometimes the benefits outweigh the challenges that come along with it. And that's what I feel. That's how I feel about taking road trips with my family. I think it's such a blessing and a treasure. So anyway, the game plan tonight, everybody's moved where they belong. They're all situated. The game plan tonight is to get dinner made up and to finish packing, load up the car to be able to hit the road nice and early. Josh works today, so he'll be off first thing in the morning. And that way we can hit the road. The goal is to be on the road by 7 tomorrow. But yeah, it's going to be a good day. I love road trips. I'd much rather go on a road trip than fly any day. Grateful for flying, but I'd much rather see the land and just sit there and look. Josh doesn't make me drive, so that means I get to sit and just rest and gaze and sip my coffee, and I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, we're going to bring you guys along for the whole process. We're excited to share it with you. So we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning when I am packing a whole day's worth of food, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get this chicken off the grill.